How's it going, everybody? It used to be me, Mad Normal, because now I've changed my name to Green Deadpool Lantern. So how's it going, everybody? It's me, Green Deadpool Lantern, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I'm gonna be talking about the top movies that I still had that I remember watching when I grew up. So, like, I'm gonna be talking about the movies that I remember when I was a kid I used to watch that I still had that I watched when I was growing up. There are only two movies that I'm missing that I remember I watched when I grew up. That was TMNT from 2007, and then there's and then there's Dinosaur, the movie Dinosaur. If you look it up, you'll know what I mean. Okay, so we're gonna kick off the list with one of my favorite old classical movies, The Three Stooges. Now, I get that this is supposed to be like an old, like the old black and white version, but I remember when my dad had to work, he would drop me off at my aunt's, so I would go to her house and watch this, and it would always crack me up. I'm not into the Three Stooges that much anymore, but like I still watch this because it brings back memories, and because I really enjoyed the movie. It's not really bad, so but I mean I did like the whole cast of Mo, Larry, Curly. I think that it kind of went low when they added Shemp in there, Mo, Larry, Shemp, and I didn't like that. But I mean that's how it is. So that was the original Three Stooges. Okay, next one on my list for the movies I remember growing up with, King Kong. Now, King Kong was definitely one of those movies I remember watching when I grew up. 'Cause I remember that I've always loved watching the movie. The movie was really great. Hang on. Okay. So, I would always love watching this movie. It was really cool. One of the things I loved about the movie was the fight scene when he fought the T-Rex right here. And the one thing I hated in the movie was, well, Kong's death. Every time when I was a kid, when I used to watch that, I used to get so upset. I would not like it at all. I used to get so upset. I would cry all the time. But I mean, on the other hand, this movie is definitely one of those that I really love to watch. That I definitely wanted to put up on my list. So that is that. Okay, next one for my next movie that I remember watching when I grew up on my list, The Fantastic Four. Now, obviously not the remake because that one was absolute garbage. So I made this one. Because the Fantastic Four is obviously one of my favorite Marvel movies. It's one of my favorite Marvel teams. Um, I like the movie. I like how they did the whole character stuff and all that. I like Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. I like the Thing. He was pretty cool. It's got one of my favorite supervillains in here, Doctor Doom. He's absolutely one of my favorite villains. Um, yeah, I mean I don't really have much to say about this because like, well, I mean, all I can say is like this is one of my favorite movies because obviously it's Marvel, and obviously if you watch the top Marvel movie list I had, you can obviously see that this was at the last spot on my list. I might, if I get a few more Marvel movies, I'm probably gonna do a remake of that movie. If you people want me to do a DC movie, that's gonna have to wait a while because I don't have many DC movies. The only DC movies I have is The Dark Knight, and Batman vs Superman. I gotta get more movies, but so this is definitely one of those movies where it's like I grew up watching. So, all right, next one. Speaking of DC, here's a DC movie that I did grow up watching, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. I mean, I did watch this a couple of times when I was a kid. My mom said my mom told me that I never really watched it because she said that I never really liked it because it was always so dark. But I mean, like, she did say I would watch it once in a while, but like not a whole lot. But I do watch it. I mean, I like the whole thing about it. I like Christian Bale as Batman. I like Heath Ledger as the Joker. I don't remember the actor's name, but I like the guy who played Harvey Dent Two-Face. I did like the movie a lot. Uh, it brought a lot of intense to it. There was a lot of awesome action scenes. As I said, I loved Heath Ledger as the Joker. He's my favorite actor as the Joker. As you see, he's right there. So, I mean, this is definitely one of those movies where it's like, I would definitely put that on my list for favorite movies. So, okay, next one on my list, Hulk. Hulk is absolutely one of those movies I absolutely remember watching when I grew up. Because this movie, I mean, a lot of people say that this movie is really bad. To my opinion, I liked it because, as I said, it's one of those movies that I grew up remembering. So, like, then when I saw The Incredible Hulk came out, I mean, I thought it was okay. But, I mean, I've always been stuck to this Hulk movie because, I mean, I love the way how I liked Eric Bana as Bruce Banner. I like the way they designed the Hulk, how he's so big, he's very green, and they gave him the purple shorts. I did like the way they did it, so, I mean, on the other hand, this movie, I mean, I love this movie. This is definitely one of the movies where I say that if I had to go back in time just to watch this again, I would definitely do that. I would definitely do so, so. Okay, next one on my list. This is absolutely has a spot on my list. Spider-Man. Spider-Man, absolutely is one of those movies where it's like I would put that on my list. I did watch Spider-Man 2. Hang on. Now that I mentioned it. There we go. So yeah, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 are the only two Spider-Man movies where I watched, remember when I grew up. I mean, I do like the movie. I mean, obviously I didn't watch Spider-Man 3 till like 2007 or 8 or something. But, I mean, these two movies I do remember watching when I grew up, because, like, I watched Spider-Man a lot. I like Spider-Man 2, but to my opinion, I love Spider-Man better, because, like, when I always watched it, it would always, like, bring me up to joy and all that. But, I like Spider-Man 2, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, to my opinion, I've always had a thing for Spider-Man, like the first one. But, I mean, the second one's pretty cool, too, I'm not gonna lie. So, that is my opinion for Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 for movies that I watched when I grew up as a kid, so. Okay, we're got two more movies left. Okay, so next one on my list, Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire is absolutely one of those movies that I loved to watch when I was a kid. Especially because it had one of my favorite songs, I Do Like Psycho Lady. I did this horrible, ridiculous dance to it. That, God, I remember doing it, but I don't want to dance to it because I'm not going to. But I did love this movie a lot. I remember my dad used to, like, do all like face and stuff. Like my dad used to do jokes about this movie. I don't remember exactly what the jokes were, but I mean I get the idea. But like on the other hand, like I remember watching Mrs. Doubtfire a lot with my dad. I used to love this movie. And actually the character Robin Williams, the character he plays, he reminds me so much of my dad actually. So I mean, but I mean on the other hand, I mean this is definitely a movie that I remember watching as a kid and I loved it and I would definitely watch it again. Alright. Alright, last movie on my list. Now, people are not going to believe this, but this is a movie I really did love, and this was my favorite movie of all time as a kid when I remember growing up. So, number one for my top list of movies I remember growing up with, Jurassic Park 3. Now, you people are probably already pissed, signing off to the video, because you people are so mad because you don't like the video, you don't like this movie at all, but you know what? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but honestly, this was definitely absolutely one of the movies that I remember growing up with as a kid. Because this movie came out in 2001, and I was actually born in 2001. I did watch a little bit of Jurassic Park and a little bit of the second one too, so I'm sorry, but I mean I didn't really watch that a lot. I mainly stuck to this, especially because it's got my favorite dinosaur in the Spinosaurus. I like the way they did the raptor design. I mean I love this movie a lot. Which is why I'm probably not gonna do a Jurassic Park top list of Jurassic Park movies. I have them all, but obviously I put this for number one. So if I did, then people would probably be very upset. But I mean, to my opinion, I mean I've always loved the movie because I love the Spinosaurus and I love all the characters in it. I mean that's just my opinion, but like I said, I know you people are probably upset now. But like I said, this is just my opinion. Sorry, got the. Sorry. Yeah, but so, like, this is definitely one of those movies where, this is not the exact movie I've had as a kid, the movie I had as a kid was actually VHS. Actually, some of these movies I have were actually in DVDs, some of them were in VHS, like Mrs. Doubtfire was in VHS, I think the Three Stooges movie was in VHS, this was absolutely in 3D, in VHS, I forgot what I just said. Anyway, this, VHS, yeah, this was in VHS, God. Yeah, so this was, some of these movies were in VHS, some of these were in DVD, so, I mean, but this was the movie where it's like a VHS, I would love to watch it. So, I mean, that's that. So, that is my list for my top favorite movies that I remember watching when I grew up as a kid. If there is a certain top movie list or list of anything you want me to talk about, oh, wait, actually, there was another movie I didn't remember watching. I'm going to count this as an honorable mention. I don't want to talk about this, but this is a movie I remember watching when I grew up as a kid. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban now. I mean, I like the movie. I like the werewolf scene. I like the Dementors. I like Buckbeak, and that's just that. But like like I said, I'm not gonna say a lot about that because like I'm about to end the video, and I mean, like I said, that's an honorable mention because I did watch this once in a while. So that's one of the movies I did remember growing up watching. But still, for number one, it's still Jurassic Park 3. So sorry about that, people. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys like to enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe to get more videos from me, Green Deadpool Lantern. Until then, I'll be seeing you all very soon. As I said before, if there is a certain video you would like me to make, I will see what I can do. As I said, if you want me to do a DC movie, I'm sorry, that's gonna have to wait till I get some DC movies. Cause like I said, I only have 2, so it's gonna be kind of weird. So like I said, you're gonna have to wait a little bit on the DC movie. Until then, this is me, Mad Norman used to be my name. This is me, Green Deadpool Lantern. I'll be seeing you all very soon.